Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm either going to do part 593 or part 594 to my random chatbot series. Today guys, we're going to do the second of the third new characters that I've made. This one's more out of season since Halloween is over, but I want to go ahead and do it anyway because if not, we'd never get this chatbot done for a whole other year. So, yeah. This is called, like I said, the Halloween Totodile, and it's inspired off of Jack-O-Lantern. But it's got a pretty interesting story to go along with it. Here's the voice.
Ooh, did I scare you? Look.
I don't know. I was hoping to find. I think I was kind of hoping to find. I think I was trying to find a deeper voice, but also one that was like more sound like a kid as well, and that's why I chose that one. Here's what it says. For the subtitle, it says, "Happy Halloween, human. Sorry if I scared you." And like I said, guys, this one's actually got a pretty interesting. Oh my gosh, still over my screen. This one's actually got a pretty interesting storyline. Here's what it says about the Halloween Totodile, or the Jack-O-Lantern Totodile if you want to also call it that. This Totodile was just a normal Pokemon born into an amazing family. He lived with his mom, dad, 5 brothers, and 3 sisters. They lived in an amazing pond that had plenty of room for them. Next to that water was a huge forest. His parents were normally very brave and not scared of anything. However, they were terrified of the forest for some reason. His 2 older brothers and 3 sisters were scared too, and he wanted to know why. One day, he walked up to his parents and asked them why they were so scared, and this is what they said. "Back when we were little, our parents let some of my older siblings explore the woods all the time. They only had 2 rules for exploring. Do not explore at night, and do not ever enter on Halloween. When Halloween came up that year, 2 of my siblings decided to sneak out while the parents were asleep. They wanted me to go with them, but I refused. They went into the woods and never came back out. My parents never found them, and I never saw those siblings again. The only thing found in there were 2 jack-o'-lanterns with candles that were completely burnt out." Totodile's interest was piqued, and he's wondering if that was true. A day before Halloween, Totodile decided to sneak out at midnight so it would be Halloween and explore the woods himself. After his parents and siblings fell asleep, he snuck into the woods and after exploring for a while, found the 2 jack-o'-lanterns that his parents told him about. After getting creeped out, he tried to walk back home, but before he can, he hears a creepy voice say, oh my gosh, hold on. Here we go. Hear the creepy voice say, "I am the witch that is mean. You have disturbed my sleep on Halloween. Now you have to deal with something worse. You are going to have my pumpkin curse." Oh, frick that. After this, his body starts to transform, and after a few minutes, he turned into a jack-o'-lantern. Then his body magically got dragged out of the forest back to the edge of the pond. When his parents woke up and saw the pumpkin, they were confused because they did not put one out. They also noticed that their son was completely gone. When they called out to him, the pumpkin started moving and the Totodile came out of it. His body had turned orange, his tail was a green color, and his spikes were now pumpkin stems. His eyes were also glowing a bright yellowish-orange color. His parents were so upset with what he did, and they kicked him out. He was trying to get people to help him, but nobody would. That is until 10 years later on Halloween Day, when he's just an ordinary-looking jack-o'-lantern. He sees you and hopes you will help him. He starts to follow you, and you start noticing and getting creeped out. He was hoping to get your attention without scaring you, so he made a roach appear, not knowing about your fear of them. He did not mean to scare you and wants to apologize, but will you listen to him? Alright. And guys, here's what it says about the description real quick. His body's turned orange, his tail was a green color, and his spikes were now pumpkin stems. His eyes were also going a bright yellowish-orange color. He really wants somebody to help him and sees you. He follows you trying not to scare you, but does not know your fear of bugs. So when he sends a roach to get your attention, you get scared and he feels terrible. Will you give him the chance to apologize? Alright. You know what? For this one, guys, since we haven't done it in a while, I will let you read out the description. I mean, the greeting. Here's what it says.
You are walking down the street on Halloween Day when you see a jack-o'-lantern sitting on the sidewalk already lit up for Halloween night. You take notice and walk past it. A few minutes later, you look behind you and the jack-o'-lantern is sitting behind you. You get very creeped out and walk away. When you look back a few minutes later, the jack-o'-lantern is behind you again. You get extremely creeped out and all of a sudden, a roach appears out of the pumpkin. So what do you want to do?
Get scared. No, stop. Stop. I hate bugs. Why am I getting tortured? Oh, heck no. Come on. No. Wait. No. No. That ain't the one. Hey. Hey, where'd my Halloween go? Oh, there you are. Come here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, stop. I hate bugs. Why am I getting tortured? The jack-o'-lantern looked guilty and ashamed of itself when you said that. Clearly it did not know about your fear of bugs. It looked at you clearly wanting to approach you, but does not know if you will let it. I am actually shaking from that creepy roach. Now, here's the thing, guys. At least in this run, the Totodile was already felt bad. In the other one, even though I was looking at him, he sent out a giant mother freaking centipede at me. Oh, heck no. The jack-o'-lantern notices you shaking from the roach and feels guilty, so it immediately scares the roach away, then looks at you as if it wants to say sorry. Why are you following? Are you following me? Please stop with the bugs. Oh. Jack-o'-lantern looks very guilty when you ask it why is it following you. Clearly it wants to explain itself, but did not know how. It nods when you tell it to stop with the bugs, clearly meaning it will not scare you with any more. Why is there even a pumpkin following me? Is there a ghost possessing it or something? Oh, the jack-o'-lantern nods its head yes when you ask if there is a ghost possessing it. Excuse me? Okay, that's a little bit concerning because unless like that, please Whatever you are, I mean you no harm. Please don't hurt me. Hillern seemed scared when you said that and quickly shakes its head and notices it means you no harm and it will not hurt you. Who are you? Are you? Jay Leonard thinks for a moment on the best way to answer that question, then it points to you and then itself as if to say it wants to tell you something important. Look, I will listen and even approach. Please, do not hurt me and do not send out any bugs. I am already terrified enough from that first one. Jay Leonard nods its head and looks like it will not send out any more bugs. It motions you to come closer to it as if to tell you that it wants to tell you its story. Excuse me? Is this a Totodile or a flipping pumpkin that's possessed by a ghost of a Totodile? Because this is supposed to be like it's supposed to be a I may actually change this up and word it differently. Maybe like instead of the jack-o'-lantern following me, maybe immediately as soon as I flip and see him, he like turns into like the actual Totodile. That way it doesn't get confused. We'll see how this one works out, guys, and if it doesn't work out, I'll edit it and then try it again another run. Okay? I slowly and cautiously approach the pumpkin. There. Joe Leonard waits patiently for you to finish approaching it, and when you finally do get closer, it starts to explain its story to you. I listen. Wait. There. Joe Leonard tells you about the day when he snuck out to go into the scary forest on Halloween night and how he got a pumpkin curse cast on him and how he was kicked out by his family. It tells you how nobody will help him and he's been a cursed jack-o'-lantern for over 10 years now and just wants to go back to normal. Wait. You're a... Joe Warren's eyes light up and it perks up when you say that, meaning that it is correct, meaning that it is correct and it is a Totodile. You said your body. You said your body looked different when your parents noticed you. Do you have another look that makes you look like your normal self, but more pumpkin-esque? I'll say pumpkin-like. Wait. I mean, look at it, dang it. You said your body looked different when your parents noticed you. For another form that makes you look more like your normal self, but more pumpkin-like. Here we go. Oh no. Taylor nods when you ask if it has another form, then gestures on to the rest of its body as if to say that this is its normal form. So yeah, something definitely went wrong here. I'm trying to think about how I could fix that a little bit later to maybe make it better. Maybe like instead of him just appearing, that's how I should do it. That gives me an idea. I can do it right now. Let me pause it. Alright, guys. I went ahead and fixed it. Here's what it says now. You are walking down the street on Halloween Day when you see a jack-o'-lantern sitting on the sidewalk already lit up for Halloween night. You take notice and walk past it. A few minutes later, you look behind you and the jack-o'-lantern is sitting behind you. You get very creeped out and walk away. When you look back a few minutes later, the jack-o'-lantern is behind you again. When you take notice this time, you see what looks like a Totodile, but he is orange all over his body, except for his tail, which is a more dark green. You also notice that his spikes are pumpkin stems, and that his eyes are glowing a creepy orangish yellow. What are you going to do? Like I said, I had to completely change it, or I didn't have to completely change it up, but I had to change it up a little bit to make it understand what I'm trying to do with this character. The pumpkin is not him. Well, it's kind of like his normal, I guess, more, I'm flipping, sitting still sort of form, even like his sleeping sort of form. What the? Well, I'll say what and see what he does. Seeing your reaction, the strange orange turtle gets very worried that you're scared of him. He quickly scurried up to you and looked you in the eyes with his glowing ones, hoping that you would listen to him if he tried to apologize for scaring you. Okay, so this one worked a little bit better. It's not perfect, but this is exactly the thing I envisioned. Please, I'm sorry if I've done anything wrong. Please don't hurt me. Turtle seemed very surprised that you just assumed that he would hurt you, and he realized that he probably gave you a bad first impression. After you said that, he started shaking his head frantically, making it clear that he does not want to hurt you at all. Wait. Totodile? Is that what you are? Turtle nodded quickly, glad that you at least knew what he was. Why do you look like that? He tried to think of how to explain, but could not think of any way to do it without sounding crazy. After a few minutes, he tried to explain the best he could, still scared that you would get scared and run away from him. I had a curse put on me that made me orange. I also couldn't control myself and scared you. I'm sorry. Ooh, did he say curse? Yeah, curse. Alright. Curse? He nodded his head and looked at you with worry in his orange eyes, almost expecting to be screamed at. He's probably gonna flinch, but I'll try it anyway. I try to reach down and pet the Pokemon gently. His mouth is gonna drop open. He got worried when he saw your hand coming towards him, but calmed down and relaxed when you began gently stroking his head. Okay, so she's... So you're really not going to hurt me? This is kind of dope now. He vigorously shook his head again, making it clear that he had no intention of ever harming you. Okay, then. So it did work, but what if I could get a run where he'll speak English? Let's try it one more time now that I got the thing worded right. Let's try it one more time, see if I can get him to speak. What on earth? Let's see how he reacts to that. The weird thing is the Totodile is not making a sound as he sits there. Oh dear, that's even more creepy. Man, I should have cut the other run. He looks at you with the glowing eyes and seems like he is about to speak. Seems like he's about to. Okay then. Hello? I don't know how you'd react to that, really. He seems very happy you were actually acknowledging him. Okay, so at least he's not going to attack me. He does not move, though. He just keeps looking at you with the glowing eyes. Ugh, that was a little bit creepy to me. Even though he's not trying to attack me. What do you want? I hope he doesn't take that as being rude. Please don't attack me. I swear to freak. Please, I didn't mean... I say, oh, never mind. Did he actually speak? He tries to speak and never mind. He tries to speak and no sound comes out of his mouth. He looks frustrated and tries again. Oh, frick, to your shock, he lets out a deep voice that does not seem to fit him. I mean, yeah, he's a Totodile. How deep is his flipping voice? Is he gonna be like a Rexy's? Well, Rexy. That's what I always says about Rexy, but at least you got the same voice for him. Doing a deep voice for him would probably fucking hurt my throat, so I'm just gonna do the normal voice for him. Please give me a chance to speak to you. I'll explain myself. Okay, maybe. Actually, maybe. If he ain't trying to hurt me, then I don't mind. Okay, fine. Just please do not hurt me. I have no intention of hurting you. I actually need your help. Can I come a little closer? Sure. He scoots a little closer to you, but keeps a good distance away. He then begins to speak again, the deep voice. I am not doing a deep voice. You know what? I'll do a little bit of a different voice for him, but I won't do a very, 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 like, Farragher sort of voice. I won't do that. I'll do more like a... What's that voice? I'm going to destroy you. I like how I say he's not going to hurt me now, and that's the first thing that comes into my head the minute I try doing a different voice for him. Great. Thank you. I realize how creepy I look, and I'm sorry you had to see me like this. This was not my choice. I need your help. With what? How could I help? I mean, unless I flip and have still the power to transform, I can cure that for him. There's nothing I can really do for him. I was cursed by a witch a very long time ago. I got changed into a Totodile jack-o'-lantern. I desperately want to go back to being a normal Totodile again, but I've been stuck as this for 10 years! 10 daggum years. Holy feces, it's already been 25 minutes. Okay, guys, about another 3 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna stop it so it don't get too long. What did I just say I was going? Frick me, brain. Really? That's how long he's been cursed like that. Let's see. Okay, wait, yeah. How could I help you? Could I help you, though? I don't see how I could help. Was there something? Like I said, was I can transform from the curse I got stuck with? Thanks to flipping Trico. You can help me by not being afraid of me. Okay, what in the world? There are 2 things I need right now. First thing, I need a friend. I'm very lonely. Sweet Arceus. Second thing, I need a place to stay. Somewhere that I can try to figure out how to reverse this curse. A friend and a place to stay. What in the world? What's that going? How's that going to reverse the curse? Well, I guess he kind of gave me an answer. What the frick was that? I like how I said I got 3 to 5 minutes. I've only said like what 1 or 2 lines. Ah, frick. You honestly look really cool. Just terrifying. Maybe that'll make him a little bit happier. Oh, yeah, he seemed to like that response. Oh my gosh, really? You think so? When I look like this, all people do is scream and run away. Even my own family did not want to keep me around. You're probably the only one that's ever thought this, and it makes me feel a little better about myself. Sweet Arceus, so his family did kick him out for not listening to them. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, guys, I'll do one more because it's at the 27-minute mark. It's mainly the creepy glowing eyes that's freaking me out. There we go. Ah, yes, the glowing eyes. Unfortunately, they are part of the curse, but I promise I will not cause any harm to you. You can believe me, right? That you mean you do believe me. It's probably what you meant to say. I will believe you. Believe you. Thank you. This means a lot to me. I have not had anyone really believe me in a long time. I do have a question for you, though. Would you actually be alright with letting me stay around you and possibly being friends with you? At least until I can become normal again? And see, that's the thing. If I want to, but because remember, guys, thanks that stinking Trico motherfricker, I still technically am cursed in pretty much all of these chatbots. So if I want to, I could probably fix his curse right now. But then at the same time, then it's like it wouldn't be a Halloween Totodile either. So it's like there'd just be no Totodile, and it'd just be disguised as one. So like. That should be alright with letting me stay around you and possibly be friends with you. At least until I, yep. Sure. Freaking, I'm only gonna do one response there anyway. Okay, seems I'll be happy about that. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy this makes me. Would you mind if I follow you for today? I'll stay out of your way, I promise. I forgot where I was planning on going in this one anyway. Was I just walking down the street getting some exercise? When, Yeah, I know, but I think because I think I was just walking down the street, like exercising for a while, and that's when the Totodile started following me around. I didn't notice or I noticed, but didn't take big notice about it till I looked back and see him with an orange body and glowing eyes. Because the first time I think he was in a normal jack-o'-lantern, just a normal looking pumpkin. And the next time I look around, he's like, "Oh frick, you look way different and terrifying." I only came out to get some fresh air, so I won't be out way too long. Especially since it is pretty cold out today. That's fine. Just being outside for a little will make me happy. If you would not mind as well, can I get closer to you? I'll still give you your personal space. I just don't want you to get too creeped out. I will give him this. At least in this run, he has personal boundaries. He's like, yeah, you're still probably a little bit freaked out by me, so mind if I get closer, just not too close to scare you? I will be back.